are trying to let us understand the physical regime that informs mining agreements in this country. Done a comparative analysis of the benefits that accrue to this country from these mining agreements. The verdict is out that we get almost nothing from these mining agreements. It asks critical questions, and they are indeed critical questions, because we have seen that in our neighboring Niger, they also have gold, until they took their destiny into their own hands. They were one of the poorest countries on earth. Today, they are one of the fastest growing countries on earth. So clearly, that should tell us that if the model changes, it could bring us some benefits. And that's what we're trying to do. That's what I understand this symposium are trying to do. Let me, from the onset, say that yes, there have been attempts to review mining agreements in this country. There have been attempts. When I was in office as Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, the Aquilepa Soya Committee did that. But also there have been frustrations. Best endeavors do not always yield best results. And I'm happy my own speaker is here. The Newmont case is a case in point. If we talk about race to the bottom, the Newmont case could be cited as an example of race to the bottom in the utilization and exploitation of African resources. Because when the government of Ghana granted Newmont the license, their terms and conditions were better than Anglo Gold. That triggered a provision in the Anglo Gold agreement to go for renegotiation. Because you cannot treat people equally circumstanced differently. So you see, there have been best endeavors. I think that what we should be doing as a country, and we all agree, if you want to know what colonialists have done to us, look at the railway lines. They originate from the mines and end the ports. So, because they were designed to be exploitative. That's the design. So that was the design. So probably I will urge on, because you see, in trying to convince many people to look at the model again, we need to speak to data. And Mr. Solomon Kwakumi has given data. I've not seen the data, but if that is true, that could be alarming. We talk about corporate social responsibility being $28 million, and then our earnings from dividends being 1 point something billion cedis. So you can see clearly that there's a problem. Maybe we need to do more work. Probably, speaking, I know you're a tax person. So what has been the benefit that has accrued to this country from the exploitation of mineral resources in recent years? I say recent years because the last time we heard Prof spoke about Obuasi and Johannesburg. So we know that there's a mismatch also in the exploitation of our mineral resources. But recent years, because we want to put this debate in context, are we getting what we should get. Because it's totally unacceptable to be in a mineral resource rich country and be highly, highly indebted. Totally unacceptable. How do we get ourselves out of this quagmire? Maybe we will need more analysis of our present situation and the benefit that comes to us from the exploitation of our mineral resources. So thank you so very much. Thank you.